hija.
Hi, Dad.
¿Qué más, preciosa mía?
Muy bien, ¿puedes venir al asiento? Can you come?
Sí, lo que pasa es que no me salió en el iPad, me salió en el celular. ¿Te puedo
Okay.
llamar? ¿Te llamo?
Quédate ahí, tranquilo, está bien ahí, tranquilo, no te preocupes. You're looking good, don't worry. This is the Ecuadorian George Clooney. My name is Dani Villacis. I am 22 years old. I have my dad, my mom, and my twin sister.
My name is Liany Guerrero. I was born in Colombia, Pasto, and I've been living most of my life since I was 5 here in New York.
My name is Liany Guerrero. I am from Colombia. My husband is from Ecuador. I saw Juan in Ecuador when I was in the college. Later, we married and moved to Colombia. In Colombia was too many trouble for the security. My father was kidnapped, all my family was involved in political things.
There were threats made against my mom and my sister and I specifically. There were pictures of us taken in a playground, sent to my parents as threats. My parents ultimately decided that the best thing to do would be to leave.
We moved with our family to try to find asylum. We applied for political asylum, but didn't work. We tried to appeal every time.
I always assumed, like, okay, we're trying. We're doing everything we can. I know my parents are paying lawyers, so I knew that they were trying. It just turns out it wasn't that easy.
We found the stay of removal for 6 years. We check in with ICE every year, but at the same time, we found our permit, driver license, social security. We live very well. My husband, he works very hard. He was a physical therapist. We try to educate our daughters the best.
We've lived all of our life here. Since I was 5 years old, every morning we would pledge the flag.
We're very Americanized, as my dad said, Thanksgiving, all of these traditional American customs. We have incorporated them into our own culture and into our own lives. As soon as Donald Trump was elected, I knew that life was changing, and I just really did not think it was going to be this much changes. We would all go to the ICE check-ins together most of the years, and especially this year because we knew that things could go wrong.
They called Juana, and we went with him, and the officer said, no, you continue sit down here, and Juan coming along with the lawyer. The lawyer came to me maybe a few minutes later and say, Juan is in detention.
Both of the stay of removals had been denied for my dad and for my mom. Technically, that day, they were supposed to be deporting both my mom and my dad. But because my mom has some medical issues, she is being given 2 more months.
I say, oh my God, this is impossible. We try to speak with everybody and say, my husband, he is very good man with very good moral and spiritual principles. I can understand the situation.
Our lawyer said, can he hug his kids and wife who are outside? He said, no, we don't offer that courtesy anymore. We don't want showing of emotion. The next time I saw him was at the detention center in New Jersey.
The minute that he comes out, with his orange shirt and his Vans, you could see it that he's just, he's completely broken. And we've always been a family that we laugh around and, we joke around. And I was like, we have to do that because we cannot cry in front of him. We have each other right now, and Dad's really by himself, and we can't break down in front of him.
There's the glass window is it's like a movie, but you can't believe that you're in it and this is real.
What really killed me was kind of the very end when he he put his hand on the glass and he's like, just put your hand on it. And I was like, oh man, my dad, don't do this. It's frustrating. It's frustrating to know that he's sort of on that other side. And now to look at it, that was kind of the last moment that we kind of had before he was deported.
He was deported in December 8 to Guayaquil, Ecuador.
They brought us here for us to have a better life. And right now, I feel like I'm doing well. I'm like working in the job that I've like dreamt of working in. My sister's graduating. They built all of this for us. And now they have to go.
What are you gonna do today?
Haircut?
That's it? What else?
No, nothing exciting, I guess. The usual. I'm gonna walk now, walk down. It's about 3 or 4 blocks. And then this neighbor is new to me, and so I was need to walking. When the time I was walking, I was wondering, okay, here is a nice restaurant, now it's a grocery, and then shopping, whatever. So I know where I'm going now to take my haircut, my love.
All right, Dad, so we'll talk to you later, okay?
Okay, my love.
I love you. Bye, Dad.
Love you. Bye-bye.